We've been here now 19 years. I've done a lot of different things, from having a salon, owning 2 salons. From that, we started our ministry about 10, 11 years ago. So we have a church, we're pastors. We go in our community, we do outreach, and we bring them in. That's our job, just to speak what the Word of God says, and that's what we do. We speak the Word of God.
Things changed one day for Margarett just before church.
One of my friends had drove me to church and parked in front of the church. When we parked in front of the church, I was still on the telephone with my husband, still had my seatbelts on. Next thing I know, I heard a bunch of screeching tires.
She was just there with her friend, sitting in a parked car. All of a sudden, someone is not paying attention. There's a tremendous collision.
When he lost control, he rammed into the bigger vehicle, and the bigger vehicle rammed into us, and then knocked us 30 to 40 feet.
Margarett had to give up her cleaning business because of her injuries.
Concussion, the neck, the shoulder, the back of the neck, actually the shoulder blade to the left side, down to the lower back, and then down to my knees.
Often when people have injuries, for instance, in Margarett's case, she had a business. That business was lost as a result of her being unable to attend to it. So now there are going to be future financial losses for her that she needs to be compensated for. So
it has been 2 years of a process of going from not being able to hardly walk, barely walk, to where I am today. I am still dealing with constant pain. Sometimes my disc can slip. Sometimes my legs can still give out on me. I have still migraines sometimes. Those are the main things, and just the pain, and the PTSD. It's still not healed inside of me, so because it changed my life. It was a life-changing, injuries that happened to me. Certain things I couldn't do. I couldn't go to our son's football games or any events the children that were doing. I couldn't sit up. If I go, I could probably stay maybe 5 minutes, and then before I know it, I'm up and I have to leave. I'm not able. I always had to be assisted.
Margarett called Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner for a free consultation.
I came in for them to talk to me and share as much as I could. Remember at that point, because it was still early on, I told them the pains, the injuries that I had, and they listened. And from that day to now, they have totally contacted me, kept in touch with me. Once I gave them all the information and they took over the case, I didn't no longer have to deal with all the people that was calling me, asking me this, asking me that, and I didn't have to deal with them. They basically took care of everything for me.
You have to look at everything that is caused by the incident and try to get them compensated for whatever it is that they've lost, and then to help them see the way forward as we complete the case.
So it was like you build that relationship over the years. You build that relationship, you build that trust relationship with them, and that's what has built over the years. He called me one day, and he said, he shared some things, and he said, listen, he said, if ever you need to get me, contact me. He said, you can call me directly. And then when I came into the office the other day, Mr. Levitt, got up and greeted me and gave me a hug, and so that's like family. It's not a handshake. It was a, God, give me a hug, hug you, and so you feel comfortable and you trust them. That's just it. You trust them.
Well, our firm over the years has tried to cultivate a culture where we don't feel ourselves just as lawyers representing clients, but we're people helping people.
Margarett got support from Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner, but also from her church members.
So the people in the church, everybody looks at us, and we know they look up to us, thank God, and when I say living testimony, they got to see me when I was at my worst. When I finally came back to the church, because remember the accident happened in front of the church, so just coming up to the grounds would make me go into having anxiety attacks, and I didn't want people to see me like that. But it's like God said, hey, let them see you the way you are. I'm gonna take care of this. And as I continued to come in, one time walking for a while with a cane, I'm sorry, but I have to give credit to God. It was because of him, that I'm walking today and I'm living today.
If you've been injured and need help, call 537-2525.
If they can help, they're gonna do it. I would definitely recommend Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner.